Yo, yo. What's up, guys? What's up, Noah? What's up, Chris Noddy? Lake Tahoe skiing, Tahoe skiing. What's going on, guys? What's up, Chin? What's up, Master M1? What's up, Thomas? Tormod? 47CJH. It's all good, Chin. I didn't know you play hockey. Not much, Thomas. Just chilling, man. Another Wednesday stream. Last stream of 2023, which is crazy. What's up, Ron? Did a half day, felt like a gaper, Supercross New 6. Fought my boots, but good to get out. Love to hear that. I think most importantly, the shoulder is okay, Ron. What's up, Lewis Oberding? Pete Rizzuto. Mike K. Mo. Jack Sultan. What's up, Greg? Grand Illusion. What's up, Hunter Campbell? Hey, Lucas, when we're watching you from behind, do you actually place the camera down, hike up, then come back? Yep, that's how those are done. I just have to set the camera down and then walk past it, go back and get it. Yeah, all those shots are just done by me putting the camera down. Jas on YouTube, what's up, man? I see another sweatshirt. This is the same one. This one is available on my website. Where is it? This side. This is the same one. What's up, Eric Gulseth? One eye here and one on my Bruins. Nice. Thanks for being here. Just got in bed about to sleep, but then you tuned in. 2 a.m. in Norway. Wow. That's late. I don't remember the last time I've been up at 2 a.m. The East is getting terrible rain. I know. I saw. That's awful. That's awful. Never want anyone to have a bad snow year, much less rain like that. So I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you guys get some snow soon. Hello, Regina. Regina. It's my first year watching your videos. Can tell you love the cinematic nature of your videos, says Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. I hope you like them as well. I do enjoy the cinematic side of the videos. What's up, Guliam Barden? Jeff E. Hello, hello. Happy Christmas, says Chris. Yes, sir. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year. Where are you skiing next? I was at Deer Valley today for Empire opening day. That was pretty good. I think I might go to Snowbird tomorrow and then have an Aspen trip in a little while, about a week or so. Probably do Jackson Hole and Mammoth are really the ones on my radar, kind of for January. Kyle Harvey with the 5 Canadian. Fire up that stoke bud. We all need to be stoked for the new year. Kyle, thank you so much for the 5 CAD. Yeah, man. New year 2024. Crazy. I feel like 2023 went by really quickly. Kyle, thank you for the 5. Hopefully the new year brings some new snow, new energy, all that sort of good stuff. What's up, Jack Sultan? Did you like the Sun Valley? I don't really love Sun Valley, to be honest. I think I saw they put some new lifts in and stuff. I mean, it'd be cool to go back. I really like the Sawtooth Mountains and Ketchum and stuff like that, but I don't really love the mountain, to be honest. Just they don't get a lot of snow, and they don't have really challenging terrain, but they have some really long, steep groomers, which is cool. Pouring rain, it's awful. I was talking to my grandpa the other day, and he said it was like 52 degrees in central New York. I was like, wow, that's unseasonably warm. We have bad snow. Yeah, that's the, they don't call it Snow Valley. They call it Sun Valley for a reason. But, hopefully, I mean, everyone kind of needs snow, but for the most part, it's honestly pretty average, at least here in Utah. Happy New Year. What's up, Bond? Plans to go back to Telluride. I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to do Telluride and Crested Butte and stuff like that. But I don't have any, formulated plans right now. Doing the best I can. Animal says there's a lot of people in the small house. Yeah, I wonder who's still dealing with like holiday the people still have like holiday stuff going on, or is it sort of simmered down? Or I feel like this is always kind of an interesting time because it's New Year's is like, you know, a whole nother holiday, but it's like, it's just kind of an interesting, like, I don't know, the days after Christmas, but before the New Year, like, hike that Palmyra. Yeah, I wanted to when I was there before, but they were closed. I still hiked part of that ridge, but yeah, it's really crazy. We're only 6 years from when everything will change. Why is everything going to change in 2030? Have you skied on the ice coast? Not really. I have when I was younger, but not in a very, very long time. Yeah, I was at Deer Valley today, Blobbit. I skied Empire. It was good. It's snowing now here, so it'll be a POW day tomorrow. Nice. Have fun. Watch your 23. It's awesome again. Skiing Jupiter's great, and you rip through the steep cheese. If I know the trees, I'm comfortable with them, especially the ones up at Jupiter. But I do like skiing trees. You should have came last year. I'm sure it was great last year. I'm sure, you know, everyone really had great ski years. My New Year's resolution is to watch the live streams more often. Ooh, I like that resolution. Yeah, we go live every Wednesday. I don't know the last, even right from the summer. I don't remember really the last time we've missed a stream, but yeah, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Honestly, I think everything changed 2020. Definitely. That will obviously go down in history. But yeah, I'm excited if the Olympics come here in like 2034 or whatever. What is a must-do run at A Basin? I think the beavers are pretty cool. In the steep gullies. And then obviously the east wall. I mean, anything on the east wall is, I think, some of the most gnarly inbound terrain. You also can't go wrong with a classic like Pallavicini, just right down the lift line. That's very steep as well. But the steep gullies, that's kind of newish terrain. That's over 40 degrees, which is very, very steep for a resort. So was 50 in Mass today. Wow. That's crazy for like, yeah, end of December, January. I'll be in Park City January 6th at 13. I haven't seen real snow since I was a child. Nice, Jordan. We definitely have real snow out here. It's been very cold. They call it an Arctic high pressure. So beautiful bluebird days, but extremely cold. So in the mornings, it's, you know, right down to 0 degrees, and it warms up to about 25, 30 during the day, and beautiful bluebird and sunny, but no snow. Very cold, but yeah. So what's the change in January? Cold on the way. Nice. It's crazy because you guys have so much precipitation. It's just too warm, which is just wild. Wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Barcelona. Thank you. Thank you. Likewise. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I always love this time of the year, but I also think it's weird how it's like the day after Christmas, it all just stops. No more Christmas music on the radio. Like, how was your Christmas? What was your favorite Christmas gift? You know, Chris, I had the best Christmas really I could ever remember in my entire life because my parents, my mom and my dad have had a very bad divorce. Like a divorce where like they weren't amicable. And so my parents have never gotten along. They've never been able to be in the same room together. And this was the first year where my dad went over to my mom's house for Christmas Eve and my mom came over my dad's house for Christmas, and we all skied together on Christmas. So it was the first time really I could ever remember my parents actually being together. So that was honestly the best gift, was just being with all my sisters, my mom and my dad. I mean, I haven't had that really my whole life. I guess from a tangible perspective, my best gift, Joe got me, he paid for a year-long membership to the gym. So I didn't have to, spend the $40 a month. So that was nice. That was really nice because I like going to the gym. But, yeah, man, it was a great Christmas. Just great sort of holiday. Going up to Killington, seeing Big Sky for the first weekend. New Heroes left at Ajax was steep. Yeah, I'm stoked to check the hero stuff out in a few weeks. Beach Mountain finally installed pass readers. So half they can start at any time. That's kind of good. Although I will say, there's something about getting a paper ticket still on a wicket. I don't know. The pass readers are obviously the more efficient way to go, but something about getting that wicket, getting that little zip tie thing. Heard Syracuse is over 2 feet behind on snow. It's crazy because like I feel like a lot of places in the East had such a good start, or like had a pretty good November, but then the rain comes and just wipes it away. What's up, Tiff? Getting closer to the East Coast trip. Yeah, we're definitely moving in the right direction overall. Hospital all weekend. Oh man. I hope she's on the up at least, Ron. Any Pacific Northwest trips? Nothing planned right now, Hunter, but I would love to get there this year. Just kind of waiting to see how the snow comes out. It looks like Bachelor is supposed to get some snow next week. What does Sun Valley need to improve? I mean, I don't think it needs to improve anything. I mean, all mountains are different, right? I mean, I'm sure people don't like Alta and Snowbird because there's not enough groomers, you know? So I think people who really enjoy those long, steep groomers, Sun Valley's great. You know, you can't control the amount of snow that a place gets. So I don't think Sun Valley needs to improve anything. It's just not necessarily my style mountain. What music do you use in your videos? I use music from a website called Epidemic Sound. That's where I get all my music from. Jordan Booker, it snowed, I think, like the 23rd and 24th. Yeah. We the Rover Boys will be at Snowbird March 3rd to 7th. Will you be around? I will probably be in Park City because the meetup is the 9th and 10th here. The third annual official meetup is March 9th and 10th. So I will be back this way. I don't know if I'll be at Snowbird then. But I will definitely be close to Utah because I have pretty big commitment the 9th and 10th. What's up, Lucas? Got the Stoke Squad sticker. Nice, Mike. I'm glad you received it. Thanks for picking one up. How's the snow at Park City? It's not bad. I mean, I thought Deer Valley was great today. It was very sugary, soft. I mean, we could use more snow, but you know, it's all good. You're still listening to your Fox headphones. I am still listening to Christmas music. I will say that. Are you gonna be in Utah in mid-January? Probably, maybe closer to the end of January, but yeah. Right now, Utah's really the best skiing in the country. So, parents are the same. I divorced my student Liam McCullough, married. Yeah, it's kind of tough, Ron, but that's life, right? Have you ever skied in the south of France? No, never skied. Never been to France. Never been to Europe or anything like that. Or whatever. But yeah. Thanks, Greg. What's up, Joe? We are in Leadville today and skied Copper. 4 degrees. Yeah. What's up, Bobby D? It's cold out there, especially in Colorado with the elevation. I'm located in Utah. Upscale reviews. Have you skied Louisiana yet? Yeah, I was actually just there, man. Great to hear about your Christmas with Mom and Papa Joe. How many subs for a Taos trip? I mean, I got to put that on the route anyways. I just need, I guess I want to see, yeah. Just snow, I think, would be cool. And then that would be a cool trip to do this year. I'm going to sleep now. Good night, Tormod. Thoughts on 2023 F1 season? Crypto overtake. Word went to Leclerc. I think he deserved that. I mean, the pass on Perez in Vegas was pretty spectacular. I think Leclerc's a great racer. He's got a lot of heart. I mean, would I have liked to see a closer battle? Sure, but I also want Max to win the championship, so I don't mind seeing him dominate either. I would have liked to seen some driver pairing changes for next year. I think it's the first time, maybe ever, that there's been no big changes in the driver pairings. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I hope Mercedes and Ferrari can sort of develop their car a bit more for next year, but all in all, it was a good battle between the other manufacturers. Any chance of a Japan trip this season? I mean, there's always possibility for anything, but I don't have anything planned right now. What's up, DC? Had two guys bring their beginner friend down hoist, I think, at 4 o'clock. Can you patrol to get him down in a toboggan? Last chair was sent over an hour late. Wow. Is that the runoff Thanes? Would Utah mind lending New England some snow? Hey man, we don't have much we can spare. We're about average right now with what we got, but hopefully whatever we get continues east to you guys. Are you planning on going skiing in Europe? I don't have any plans to ski in Europe. I mean, would I love to? Yeah, but I don't have any plans per se to go to Europe. I think it's especially tough right now because a lot of those runs are very thin coverage, and it's just it can be very challenging. Even if you're like a good skier, some of that was just thin coverage stuff. Like it's just I think if you're not really used to it, it can be kind of tough. When you're coming back to Colorado, I'll be in Colorado January 7th. Am I gonna get thrown out of the Riverdale Lowe's parking lot tonight? I have no idea. Maybe. Riverdale. Are you going back to Loveland? They got snow. I am not, to be honest. Yeah, unless they want to help me with a pass, I'm not gonna spend $120 for a day ticket there again. Chris Noddy with the $9.99. Thank you, Chris. And then they were the bank that were keeping us entertained, motivated to get out there and enjoy the mountains. Happy New Year. Here's to an awesome 24. Keep ripping. Chris, thank you so much, man. Your support over the last 2 seasons has been insurmountable, and I'm stoked to have you on the meetup again this year. But Mammoth is one of those mountains that I watch really more than anything right now because I want to go to Mammoth. I just want to make, with the 10-hour drive and stuff, I want to make a little bit more, wait for some more snow, but I'm trying to get to Mammoth kind of as soon as I can. I saw they opened Chair 23, so I was like, ooh, it would be fun just to go. But yeah, I think late January could be a Mammoth trip. How do you keep your legs so close together when skiing? I don't know, man. I would just focus on pinching your thighs together rather than like your knees or your skis. But been skiing for many, many years, so just kind of second nature. But keeping the legs together helps me stay balanced and have a nice sort of center of helps me stay center on my skis and stuff like that. So yeah, think about keeping your thighs together. Typically helps. Go east to Stowe and hike to the summit of Mount Mansfield. Great backcountry. I don't do any backcountry, but I'm sure it's pretty rad. Is there any particular heated gear that you recommend? I would recommend heated boots. Basically, you can get little adhesive pads that go underneath the toes of your boots. That way your feet stay warm. And then I've never used heated gloves, but I know that there's a lot of companies now that make very nice heated gloves. That would be my things. I mean, I know they make heated vests even. I've never used any of those, but I think, I think heated boots, heated gloves are a good start. Matt, 23 months, dude. Insane. Matt, thank you so much, dude. Almost 2 full years, man. That's crazy. Thank you, Matt. Would love them to add a cutoff for working on the next year's car in F1. Troll's been very busy lately. Hoist now. No, I knew what you meant, DC. I figured there's only so many. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I feel bad for when that happens because I don't know if people just, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just get yourself in a situation you can't really get out of, so. I'll be in Colorado then too. I know Chin invited me to Steamboat the 5th and 6th, so I gotta talk to Tara if she wants to go early, go to Steamboat and then head down to Aspen. But yeah, is it possible to use it for you to use a camera setting that doesn't? Not really, man. It's just the way it is. Just, you know, you can always go to like Fat Maps and look at the exact you know, angle of the run that I'm skiing, but without using some, you know, without using like more of a linear lens that just isn't going to be wide enough. Yeah, that's the GoPro effect, man. Stuff's always steeper. Stuff's typically harder than it looks on the camera. Production is one thing, but post after skiing, yeah, much respect. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, I've been doing it for a while now, but especially when I add like the second camera to Joe and I have like twice the amount of GoPro Max footage, it's just yeah, it can be a lot. Is Luna all set for your next road trip? Yeah, she should be all ready to go. I mean, everything seems to be working, but at any moment anything can stop working. But yeah, I just had a bunch of work done to her. I had all the glow plugs done, oil change, like emissions recall, so hopefully everything's good. Four inches today at Copper. Yeah, looks like Colorado got a little Christmas storm, which is nice. California has no snow. I know, dude. Like, I've seen some stuff on Tahoe. I'm like, wow, they like literally have like kind of no snow. It's crazy. It's crazy. $120 Park City shows tune. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean right now if you walk up to the window, you're gonna pay over $300 for a day ticket at Park City. 3 air ambulances called in yesterday. Wow. It's kind of gnarly out there. You gotta be careful. And like even when I ski, like the video I put out today, like when I'm skiing low tide trees like that, like I'm almost leading with my downhill ski, like I'm almost kind of edging it up, and I'm very light with it, so I'm kind of taking down any sort of little shrubs or stuff, if that makes sense. So I'm literally skiing in a different way to sort of prevent getting nipped by, I mean there's only so much that I can do, but I'm honestly skiing a little bit differently to like just not get tripped up and stuff like that. But just picked up some Stoke Elks. Nice, Mufasa. Hopefully you like them. Yes, Ron, I was gonna send you an email. I'm sorry, I picked it up yesterday at the post office, and whatever tube you sent me of that hot sauce, I've been using that. That's good. I have yet to try the noodles. I haven't made the noodles yet, and I haven't tried the Vietnamese hot sauce, but I got them all, so thank you so much. I loved your little note as well, and the Christmas card. Thank you, Ron. I use your vids to scout runs at routes that I've been to. Nice. That's what the vids are for. But you can also go to fatmap.com, I think. It's like literally a free thing, and it'll show you like the slope of the runs and stuff. So if you're not really sure based on my videos, you could always sort of do it that way. But yeah, just know, I think as soon as you really start to get upwards of like 40 degrees, that stuff that's pretty steep stuff for most people. So tips for hitting jumps. I'm not really a jump guy, man. Like I don't do a lot of park jumps and stuff, so I'm probably not the best person to ask on that. Have you ever been to Banff Revi? I've been to both. Yeah, I went to Revelstoke, you know, I would say 3 or 4 times last year. Or I skied those many times. I've been to Banff. I skied Lake Louise, Sunshine. I haven't been this year, but I know they actually have pretty good. I know they've had pretty good conditions, to be honest. Mike K, $4.99. Thank you, Mike. Can't wait to the end of January. It'll be my first time in Utah. Love your positive energy. Nice, Mike. That's a great time to come. End of January, February. Those are. Hopefully, we get some more snow. But nice, man. Where are you going in Utah? That's the thing. Not that it really matters. Every resort is incredible, but I think with $4.99. I'm just gonna read through some of these. Yeah, the scenery in Banff. I think the Canadian Rockies are the most beautiful place that I've ever been to. That's over Glacier, the Tetons, the Pacific Northwest. I think the Banff area, the scenery on like Sunshine Village and stuff, I mean, it's really honestly hard to beat. I've skied in Canada, but I've never skied like overseas or anything. Do you recommend the Armada ARV 96? I mean, just depends how, you know, your type of skiing. But it's a good ski if you're into a sort of freestyle all mountain park ski. I saw that Steamboat got like 30 inches. Hit 62 on Dipsy Doodle last week. Nice, that's fast. Try out Pony Lift and Steamboat when you come. Very fun. I haven't been to Steamboat in 2 seasons. The only place in the U.S. right now with above average skiing. I mean, I just saw something today about the Utah snowpack, and we're like right at average for precipitation and stuff. I mean, I like I said, I think this is pretty normal. This is pretty average conditions for the most part. I mean, I know like a place like Tahoe and, you know, is it what it was last year? No, but it's pretty normal. How often do you wax and sharpen your ski edges? I honestly don't ever wax or sharpen my ski edges, to be honest, Jace Orwick. I couldn't tell you the last time I deliberately went and got my skis waxed or tuned or anything like that. I just use them. Eric with the 2024 working day shift this week and get up early, so heading to bed. See you in 2024. Grizzly Bear. Eric, thank you so much for an incredible 2023. $1,600 since you joined, man. Top all-time donator. I appreciate you, Eric. See you in 2024. Grizzly Bear. Have you experienced any differences in the way different resorts designate their terrain? Yeah, definitely. I think there's definitely differences in ratings. You know, I think it's a place like Elta. They don't even use double blacks necessarily. It's just sort of black, green, blue. I think some of the stuff at Snowbird that they rate a black could easily be a double black at times. And I think some of the things at a mountain like Park City rates double black could be a single black. So I think the ratings can definitely be quite arbitrary, to be honest, and rather subjective. I don't know exactly where they how they're formed, but I would caution everyone to, I don't know, not necessarily go off the ratings. I mean, it's a good starting point, but definitely know that a double black at one mountain could be a lot different than a double black or whatever at a different mountain. So and different times of the year can make runs harder or easier, snowpack and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think, yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, there's definitely differences. FatMap is a subscription. However, I used it. I mean, I used FatMap for my top 5 ski run video this year, and like I didn't have a subscription or anything. I just kind of used it to look around. So I don't know exactly what the what the subscription is for, but I just used it to sort of look at different runs, and it told me limited information, so you might need it for, the whole shebang. But I was at least able to look up the pitch of like Philippe's at Mammoth, for instance, and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree with what Regina's saying for sure. Based on each mount, not comparable. I mean, I think there's some universal things, right? Like a double black, you got to assume is not groomed, right? And there could be hazards, and there's no easy way down or whatever it is. So I think there's some consistencies across the ratings. But every resort, and look at a place like Big Sky who uses triple black diamond, which to me it's like a triple black can just sort of be a double black, just more extreme, right? So a lot of places stop at that double black rating, and it could just sort of go as crazy as they want from there. But a place like Big Sky then goes to a triple black, so it's just like, that's all. LCC still running. Yeah, Little Conwood Canyon's unreal. I mean, there's good coverage up there, a lot open. I mean, I think if you're looking for a place to go, like Alta Snowbird is really, really solid. The Harissa is it's a Tunisian Spemblin. Haste, yes, glad you like. Yeah, and the best part is like it's all in French, I think. So like I don't even know what it's saying. Was lucky enough to be at Alta when it was dumping first week of December. I think we were at Snowbird as a Georgia native, best ski day of my life. Yeah, that was a very good day. If I'm thinking of the same day that you're talking about. But I'm glad you were. I'm sure Alta was even better, to be honest. Heading up to Alta in 2 weeks. How would you compare the blue and black runs at Alta to Mammoth Mountain? I think Alta is just overall a more challenging mountain. Like I said, Mammoth uses double blacks. Alta does not. So a run at Alta will show as just a black, but it could be a very challenging run. So I would just be a little bit more tentative, to be honest, at least just on the first day or something. Mammoth is definitely a challenging mountain in its own respect, but Alta is just, Alta is pretty next level when it comes to what a black run is. So that's all. Not to scare you or anything, but yeah. Happy New Year's, Lucas. How are Joe's boots? Thank you, Craig. Joe's boots are all good. I don't think he has any issues. I think he hasn't had to go back for more fitment or anything. He's rocking and rolling. So my mom just got new boots. She got some Salomon. She got the boas, so she's going to be getting those fitted as well. So does Solitude have some good stuff? They just opened Honeycomb Canyon like 2 days ago. Summit Chair's open, Powderhorn. I mean, Solitude's just about, for the most part, they have every lift open. I don't know, like every run, but I think Solitude's pretty safe as well. Just ordered the 106 with some Christmas cash. Super exciting on the mountains. Nice, man. I used my 106s today. It's a great ski. Just need someone to crash with. Rainmaker. It's tough. I mean, Tahoe obviously gets a ton of snow, but man, it's like sometimes it can be so inconsistent. How do you keep softer knees for when going over bumps? That's really just what's called absorption and extension, which is it's a big fundamental in mogul skiers. That's why we used to do things called absorption tanks, which was just a bunch of bumps, big long bumps, and the whole point was just absorbing the roller, then extending in the trough, absorbing the roller, extending in the trough. So just being very light on your feet, being in a nice aggressive athletic stance, and having strong legs helps as well, because it allows you to sort of get in that squat position and allows you to sort of absorb and extend. But you can practice the same theory by going on like a mogul run and going sideways over them and just going back and forth and absorbing the mogul and then extending when you sort of come in the trough area. So that's actually how they teach you to ski moguls, like for the very first time, is instead of going straight down the fall line, is actually going, big wide turns across the whole face and absorb them, then extend, absorb, and extend. So last year's snowfall was very polarizing. Yeah, I think it spoiled everyone, you know, myself included, right? It's like we had more powder days than we knew what to do with, right? So I think if people are new to the areas or they saw last year and they come out for the holidays and they're like, well, why is it, you know, like this is normal, you know, this is definitely a normal thing. Like, so what Armada skis do you recommend for all mountain skiing? I mean, if you're not concerned about going switch skiing, I think something like the Declivity is a great ski because it's got metal in it. It's a little bit stiffer, but it still has a pretty gnarly side cut, meaning like the tip of the ski is pretty wide. It has tip rocker, not necessarily tail rocker. If you're interested in something that's freestyle orientated, I think anything in the ARV lineup from the 96 up is good. The 106 ARV I think is a great all mountain ski if you're out west. So I would probably say the Armada ARV 106, but you could also roll the 96 or the new 100's another good option. Just again depends on your ski style and what you're looking for. What's your favorite area of skiing? Bowl chutes, glades. I mean, I love it all. I mean, I love trees. I think trees are really fun, but I've also really started to enjoy steep, narrow chutes. I think that's been a fun challenge from the technical side of things. Bowls are probably like my least of the three. I just think bowls can kind of be boring sometimes. So I think something that's steep and narrow is fun, and trees are fun. So, but to be honest, I like them all. I had my skis tuned. Oh, I'm sure you can. Yeah, I'm sure with a fresh wax and tune and all that stuff. I mean, I'm by no means saying that it doesn't make a difference. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't typically wax or tune my skis, but if they didn't make a difference, people wouldn't do it. So double blue rating. Yeah, I think Deer Valley also does double blue, and I think Mammoth does they'll do like a blue with a black diamond sort of as the outline, kind of that same theory. It's kind of like an intermediate advanced run. So, and that's where it's kind of like you kind of get in like the weeds a little bit, you know. It's like what's a blue versus a double blue, and what's a double blue versus a single black. So Armada 92 TIs and 102 TIs. Nice. Yeah, I believe those are the Declivities. Those are great skis. Cloud Down will be ready for Philip by the weekend. Nice. Does that mean Dreamcatcher and Daybreak or whatever? Are those open? I think they must be open then. Joe Martino. Hey, Lucas. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, Joe. What's up, Roberto? Merry Christmas, my friend. You've been to Deer Valley recently. Dude, I don't know if I said I went to Deer Valley today when you said that you were at Empire Open. But yeah, I was at Deer Valley today. I think all major resorts should have double blue for their ungroomed blues. So the FatMap app will give you the slope of specific runs. To be honest, I don't know. I've never used the FatMap app. I was able to get the slope of specific runs just on like the desktop website. So I'm sure the app will probably do something similar. Juan Kim Yanuris, on average, when do you think is generally the best 4-week span as far as conditions are concerned in Little Cottonwood? I would say the last 2 weeks of February to the first 2 weeks of March is probably some of the best conditions. February and I think March is like the snowiest month. I could be wrong in Utah, but yeah, anytime February. March can be a little bit interesting because you're getting warmer temperatures, but February, March, those are good times. Our standards for snowfall is all skewed. Yeah. So what's like on the helmet? Nice, Ryan. Thank you, man. Have fun in Mammoth. Why did you go to college in upstate New York? I grew up in upstate New York. I mean, I grew up, I was born in upstate New York. I grew up in upstate New York. So that's kind of what I knew. So I went to college up there. So I was kind of close to home still. And I don't know. That was why I went there. I don't know. I got into school up there and I was like, okay, sweet. What's up, mother? Stoked for my S Pro Supra Boa 105s. Yeah, those are them. Tao suffer now. Big kudos to the Stumbling team for giving us what we got, and the resort marketing team sure have a challenge. Yeah, I think it'd be very tough for people. I think it's really tough to not have snow for Christmas, for the holidays. Like you said, the marketing teams and all that sort of stuff. Like, it's a tough business. It's a tough business on every front. If you are an Airbnb owner or you're a ski shop owner, right? Like, you're so dependent on the conditions and the snow and stuff like that. So, also a different question. How's the parking at Breck? Never been to a big name resort before. We head out in 2 weeks. I think I haven't been to Breck. I mean, short of like early this season, I haven't been to Breck like mid-season in a few years, but for the most part, every parking lot at Breckenridge is pay to park. They have a really nice one on Peak 10-9. I think Peak 8, you can park, and then you take the gondola right up and you're there, but you have to pay. I think the only free parking, and I could be wrong, is up far out of Main Street by the ice rink. You park at the ice rink, you take the bus over. But I would say for the most part, the parking at Breck is good. Like, they have a lot of parking, but you have to pay for it. So, do you think Park City will be good skiing by April? I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but I'll give you the benefit of doubt. And but I mean, first week of April is very. First week of April, I mean, typically the resort closes the second week of April. It'll be fun spring skiing, but yeah, I don't know. It could be very thin and slushy. So if that's what you're going for, it'll be fun. But if you're looking for like full winter conditions, I would recommend going a little bit earlier. But going to Aspen in February, and trail area recommendations. They have 4 different mountains there. Highlands is going to be their steeper one, for sure. A little bit more advanced terrain. You can hike Highlands Bowl, which is beautiful views and all that stuff. It is a pretty long hike and steep hike, but and then Snowmass is a huge mountain. Basically anything you could want there. But I haven't spent a lot of time there, so I can't necessarily give you more recommendations than that. But yeah, definitely recommend checking out Snowmass and Highlands and all that stuff. Stick on the helmet and ski for Maine resorts. Nice, man. Thank you. Love that. Not a lot of snow right now at Squaw, but the quality of the snow off Siberia is pretty good. Nice. Same thing kind of here at Deer Valley today. Like, not a lot of snow, but the quality of it was very good, so... Do you think Park City will have plenty of... I kind of answered that. Yeah, I liked the skiing video yesterday. Nice. I think the one this morning, I put out this morning, but... Double blue ratings, I also kind of like the idea. Yeah. I think... I don't know. The trail rating, that's an interesting topic. Something I haven't really thought too much about because... I don't know. Just not something that necessarily comes across my mind, but... yeah, I realize there might be a lot of people who ski more influenced by the trail ratings. And so... Yeah, it's worthy of a discussion for sure. Daybreak Danger are open. Daybreak. What did I say? Did I say Dream Break? Daycatcher? I don't know. are open. I was skiing Dreamscape on Christmas. It was great. We were at $99.90 on Christmas. Sweet. It looks like almost everything on Canyon side is open. Looks like we're just waiting on like Motherlode, Silver Star, Jupiter. But nice. What up, Mark? What up, Justin? Jerry Cross. Mark, the $5. Thank you, Mark. Merry Christmas and a new stoke here. Let's see some eggnog shotguns. Oh my god. Eggnog shotguns. That'd be thick. I'm not an eggnog guy. I don't really like eggnog. But Mark, they were the 5, dude. Stoked to hear that you got out twice, I think you said. Do you not ever get worried that your skis will cross? Or is that inconsequential? I wouldn't say it's inconsequential, because when you do cross your tips, oftentimes it's hard to uncross them in a timely manner before the skis kind of like ski over each other and then you fall. So it's not, I wouldn't necessarily say it's inconsequential, although as you get more experience and you do cross a tip, you can kind of pull them apart. I don't necessarily get worried about it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, keep your thighs together, not, don't think about keeping your feet together. And I think that will help remedy that that a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of things that can kind of go awry when you're skiing. I think I had my tips crossed today. Luckily, I was able to sort of get my way out of it. But yeah, think about keeping the thighs together. Snowmass is a great mountain. It is, yeah. It's I had a lot of fun there. I'm excited to go back and have a little bit more time and hopefully some local knowledge to explore it. I heard some of the cliffs over there on the Hanging Valley Headwall or something. Like, there's some pretty insane terrain over there. So, do you have a favorite ski wax? I don't, man. I honestly couldn't. Or Tina Smith. I'm sorry. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you a single brand of ski wax, if I'm being completely honest with you. I wouldn't even know where to start. Keys to have the edges in the front of your skis detuned so the edges doesn't kind of... Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point as well. I actually don't even have... The Armada, the ARVs, they don't even have edges up there. So that's nice too, but... That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if they... if they do cross, like, yeah, it's definitely easy to go down. My mom fell that way this morning. Not this morning. My mom fell this year on her first day because she crossed her tips and went down. So, with an hour Park City was the most affordable day pass. I don't think this is an hour of Park City, but I think Powder Mountain, what is a Powder Mountain day ticket? $120 maybe? I think Powder Mountain is probably the most affordable one. Solitude might be as well. I remember I paid $120 like years ago. Honestly, anywhere other than Park City and Deer Valley is going to be more affordable. But yeah, I think Powder Mountain. Mammoth's redoing Chair 1 in the summer. I saw that, dude. I saw this semi-indoor thing. I like it. I think it's a cool, I don't know. I think it's a cool sort of idea. I mean, I think if the resort has resources for it in the space, I don't see why not. But, obviously Mammoth is so crazy for the winds and stuff. I feel like that's why they do a lot of that indoor stuff, especially at the top of 23 and whatnot. But... Sweet. I love Mammoth. I don't know what it is. I'm excited to even go back there in the summer. How's the van doing this year? So far, the van has been doing great. I've had some heater issues, which has been kind of unfortunate, but this seems to be working now. So yeah, so far things are good with the van. What does Yuwu mean? I don't even know what that means. What up, Triple R? Yuwu? Yuwu? How many weird looks do you get while filming? I get about 17 weird looks, Mason. Have you been to Mineral Basin? If you have, what are your thoughts? I actually have not been to Mineral Basin this year at all. I'm not a huge Mineral Basin person. I think it's cool. It's not that I don't like it, but I just I don't love it. If I do go to Mineral Basin, I like skiing out to the bookends, like traversing all the way, basically all the way over, and then skiing those sort of half tree runs. Then you kind of come in like perpendicular to the lift. But yeah, I just haven't been there. Cheers, Lucas. I hadn't skied since I was 9, and after 11 years, I came back. 110 kilograms, 6'3", and have been 3 times this year. No lessons, trying to get back into it. So thanks. You're welcome, man. 9. So you're 20 years old. Damn, 6'3". You're a big fella. I'm glad it was helpful, dude. Just keep skiing. That's the biggest thing. Just keep skiing, you know. No, there's no substitute for seat time. I mean, proper instruction is obviously, you know, very helpful, but just skiing as much as you can. So I have been skiing longer than you've been alive, if I'm doing the math correctly. So just keep that into account. You know, so a lot of my stuff is just because I've skied for as long as I have, and especially the last 2-3 years, I've skied a lot each year. So. What's your favorite ski resort? Snowbird, Revelstoke, Kicking Horse, Jackson Hole's great. Mammoth, I love Mammoth. Those are all great resorts. You know, there's a ton of great resorts, but if I had to pick kind of one or two, really, Snowbird Alta is just my top because of the snow consistency is really the better word. It's just hard to explain. It's hard to explain until you ski Utah snow. It just doesn't. It's just incredible. You love snowboarding or skiing? I think they're both sweet. I mean, I'm a skier, so I have a little bit more bias towards skiing. But whatever way you like to enjoy the mountains, I think is the right way. You know. I love your work. Thank you, Owen. I appreciate that. My dad loved watching your videos over the holidays. He says the way you describe the entry into a zone is cool to see for a non-skier. Got him to subscribe. Let's go. I didn't know your dad was a non-skier, dude. You got to take him skiing. That's got to be your next video. But I appreciate that, man. I think I'm always a little bit tentative to share anything that's even remotely instructional because I just don't want to open that can of worms. But it's obviously, I'm very analytical and calculated, I'm going to say, with everything I do with skiing, whether it comes to an entry into something, the approach. And even today I was going to try to ski something at Deer Valley that was just very, I don't know. And I after like 5 minutes standing there, I decided not to, just because I just didn't think it was worth it. But yeah, I'm very calculated kind of initially, and then once I'm going, I try not to think too much about what I'm doing. But that's cool, man. Powder Mountain Day Pass is $207. Okay, so maybe not Powder Mountain. I mean, the holidays is tough because anywhere you go right now, if you walk up to the window, is going to be extremely expensive, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, the way to go is trying to get one of these, even if it's like a 4-day Epic Pass or something. Like walking up to a window and getting a day ticket is just really tough to justify. I have to take you to Bookends. I love that, man. We definitely gotta get another day in. I also want to explore Baldy more on the snowbird side. I haven't really done too much up there, especially hiking it. I've traversed across and skied like more lower stuff, but it would be really cool to hike and ski it. Yeah, I think that's one of if not the most unique thing about Mammoth, is just the wind, because it can be a pow day, you know, and then it gets skied up, then the wind will come in and it just blows it all back in and creates, exactly what you said, this chalky sort of wind-blown crust to it. That's just like really cool. So I think obviously the wind can be sort of bittersweet where it closes the entire top half of the mountain, but the wind definitely has benefits. So I think Mammoth is cool. It's just like a great, I don't know, it just feels like of all the places, it's just a really, I don't know, I love the town. I love how sort of the entire mountain spans different parts of the town. You know, you have like the Eagle Lodge part, which is like on the looker's left of town, and then like kind of the mountain just sort of all funnels down to different parts of the town. And I just think it's cool. And I like how there's a kind of like a fun zone on each part of the mountain, whether it's chair 9 in the trees or 22 in like the avalanche chutes, chair 23 in the Paranoid Flats area, or even on the backside with the hemlocks. There really is a lot of fun stuff at Mammoth. So I really like that mountain. Actually, I love skiing and snowboarding. So it looks like Mayflower and DV are married. Pretty sure we're going to switch from Epic to Icon next year. The ski club has a Deer Valley trip in March. Yeah, I mean they're basically, I could be wrong, but I don't believe Deer Valley like owns Mayflower. I think basically really what's happened is Mayflower is butts right up to Deer Valley. Deer Valley is arguably one of the nicest resorts really in the world, and definitely in the US. I'm not saying it's the most challenging, but just in terms of what they offer, it's a very nice place. And I just think Deer Valley wants to retain that, and rather than have another resort butting up to them, they're kind of absorbing them and taking them underneath their management wing. And that's it. But I don't think they don't necessarily like own Mayflower. They didn't buy Mayflower. I think they're kind of more or less just absorbing what they're doing. Yeah, I forgot what that place was called, Regina, but it's right next to the 7-Eleven as you go up Little Cottonwood. Is it like the Powder House or something? But I remember we used to get our snowbird lift tickets there. We'd go in there and get our tickets because they were discounted, and then we'd go up to the mountain. But they don't do that anymore. Just want to say thank you for the gifted sub. Last week I was watching the stream from the Vet ER last Wednesday. We got called back to the event. I missed the gift. Thank you so much. Vet ER. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot who gifted you, but hopefully everything is okay with the pets. Thanks all the videos. Appreciate the hard work you put into the channel, and cheers to a great season 4. Beast Town, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. He didn't make it, but thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It was a rough weekend. I can imagine. It's never easy losing a pet, no matter what kind of pet it is. Just ran my first race course in the rain for 4 hours. I was still soaked though. Just ran my first race course. Are you talking skiing? Skiing in the rain for 4 hours? Do you love Bear Valley? I don't even think I know what Bear Valley is. There's always a good reason to hike Baldy. Mammoth wind buff. Beaver Mountain day pass is 70. But is that within an hour of Park City? I think that's the thing. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you could. I don't believe Beaver is an hour from Park City. But that's sweet. $70 every day this season. That's nice. That's definitely the cheapest then. What's your favorite run at Park City? I really like a Warzone or an Indicator up at Jupiter, but I also like just the chutes at the top of the peak is really fun. But probably the trees in Jupiter is going to be my favorite. It's short, but yeah, I'm just very used to it. I think it's also the vibe and atmosphere at Mammoth, not just the skiing. Maybe it's all the sunshine over there in Cali. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think it's like you said, it's just kind of everything. I mean, it's in a way, it's kind of a melting pot because you have so many people coming up from Los Angeles and really San Diego. But it's cool. I mean, it's like you obviously have like a really rad park scene, but you also have, yeah, that definitely plays a role in it. Because if the atmosphere and stuff wasn't rad, like that obviously take away from it. I don't know. It's just kind of it's hard to describe because I feel like I think one of the things that makes Little Cottonwood so crazy is, in my opinion, like the intensity, right? Like you go up there, like the skiing is pretty incredible. The skiers there are really the some of the best there are, and so it has this almost competitive side to it, which is great. But I think it can also sometimes it's like, yeah, sometimes you don't always want that, and I think Mammoth is a place that isn't necessarily like that, or it at least has a little bit more options. Like whenever I go to Little Cottonwood, it's like it's just game time. That's kind of the way I see it. And like when I was at Deer Valley today, I'm like, okay, it's just not as it's a little bit more chill. I didn't do it today, but tomorrow I'm thinking some tram Baldy laps and entering the Baldy shoulder and seeing the Alta side of the shoulder. That's so cool that you can just kind of go back and forth between the two. If you're into history, you have to look at Franz Klammer, Newski, and try to get him sober. He didn't end one go. 76 Olympics. What's up, MR2 Fire? Ever skied the Yellowstone Club? I've never skied the Yellowstone Club. No, that'd be cool, but is that open to the public or like how does that work? What are your favorite activities in the off season? I'm interested in getting into paintball. Yeah, honestly, I would say paintball is probably my number one. And it's just something about the intensity of that's I really like. Mountain biking has been fun. That's been a cool sort of addition. And there's obviously a lot of similarities with skiing and just sort of that whole nature of being up at taking the lift up, being at sort of on a mountain. So that's been cool. But yeah, paintball is probably the number one thing for me at this moment. Bear Valley is like kind of like a ski resort and snowboarding resort. It's really cool. Trust me, I've ever been stuck in skiing in the rain on the chairlift. Is Bear Valley the same as Big Bear? I don't think it is. I've ever been stuck in the skiing in the rain. The only times I've really skied, quote, in the rain would be at Whistler or like Mount Bachelor. That's where it was like kind of raining on me. But yeah, we don't really get a lot of rain. Altitude sickness at a basin. Altitude sickness is no fun. I think I had it 2 years ago when I went to Telluride. You gotta drink a lot of water. Alaska has good snow. It's on the icon. Alaska is a sick mountain. I think Alaska might have the best snow right now in general. I think they have the most snow. I don't know, but it'd be cool to go back there, especially now that it's on the icon. How's it know I'm back on PC next week and visiting Snowbird too? Nice, congratulations. Just got done with wrestling, says Cooper. Nice, man. Mayflower was in talks with Rally to operate it before the 1819 winter started. Following season, Mayflower wanted to take over. Then all of a sudden, years of talks will take over operations of Mayflower. Xtel as far as was the owner. Huh. Favorite run at Keystone? I don't even know. I haven't been to Keystone. Like, I'm not really a big fan of Keystone, so I don't know. I don't even know the runs over there well enough. What's up, Dakota? Beaver would be a 2.5 hour drive. Yeah, 2.5 hours from Park City. Wow, I didn't even realize that. I have 2 days there with the Indy Pass, so I got to use my 2 days there. Garage Gang's at a little get together right next door. Uno and darts nights. Let's go. Yellowstone Club's definitely private. But can you be a guest? Can you get a guest? Can you be a guest in ski? They must do some sort of guest pass, like, to bring your friends over there. There's also that other place, Wasatch Peaks Ranch or whatever. That's like a private place in Utah as well. If you wait for a lift to break down a big site, a lot of the emergency exit plans are through Yellowstone Club. Ah, there you go. Hello from Georgia. Thanks for all the updates and Ski Fix. Megan, you're welcome. You should go to Grand Targhee again. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. It'd be a little bummer because I don't have a pass. I'm trying not to necessarily buy a pass there, but yeah, that was a fun mountain. When are you going to come to New England? Don't have any plans, Ryan, to go to New England. I'm sorry, man. What's your go-to chairlift pocket food? Man, I don't know. I don't eat when I'm on the mountain. If anything, I eat like a granola bar. My sister gave me trail mix when I was at Snowbird on Christmas Eve, and that was really good. I was like, wow, trail mix is actually kind of a fire little snack, minus the raisins. But the way the M&Ms are like just kind of cold enough, so that was good. I mean, if I could really say, I'd probably say like wild berry Skittles. Those would be the bestest to pop in the mouth. But yeah, I don't really eat a lot because I ski for like 3 hours, so I typically am good in those 3 hours. That makes sense. What's your all-time favorite ski resort? My all-time favorite ski resort is Snowbird. I think Alyeska has 300 inches is what I saw on IG. What's up, Walton? I believe it. I remember looking at open snow, and I remember seeing like 80 inches, just like 80-inch sort of passes up in Alaska. I was like, damn. Craziest last stream of the year. What are some of your favorite moments of the year, LC? Ski or non-ski related? Ooh. I mean, by far one of my most favorite and sort of cherished moment is, and this I guess was technically the end of 2022, but was meeting Abe Kislevitz and sort of skiing with him and stuff. I mean, that was pretty surreal moment. And just going to Mammoth in the summer with him and stuff like that. The whole Abe Kislevitz thing has kind of been a dream come true. This year it's been a big sort of confidence booster for me and a big valuable asset in what I've been doing. So that's been really cool. Obviously the powder days and all that stuff have been great. The heli trip to British Columbia was really cool. But I think also just like it's really the first year I did YouTube full time, and it's been something I've really been trying to do for a while, and so it's been cool to sort of realize that, but also yeah, you know, kind of go through the emotions of what that's been like in the summer and all that sort of stuff and whatnot. I played paintball again, kind of more than I have in a long time this summer, which was really great. That was that's always a fun thing to do. Finished second in the racing championship, you know, which is nice as well, and feel like I'm kind of getting my stride back with racing. But I do got to say, above everything else, I think it's just sort of that whole thing with Abe. I mean, I think I put a lot of emphasis on it. I've talked really highly of Abe continuously, but it's been a really cool thing because I literally have Instagram DMs from 5 years ago when I sent him DMs, and he never answered, but it was just, yeah, kind of cool to see that all come full circle and whatnot. So it's a good question, Roberto, and I think it's important to take some time and reflect on it, because it's been, I feel like I've been kind of nonstop really since August with the mountain biking and then ski videos and stuff. So it's been kind of cool just to look back at some of that stuff, but I think from a personal level, being, turning 30 last month, like, I've placed a little bit more emphasis on my relationships with people, my sisters, my girlfriend, my mom. So, yeah. What up, bro? I love your videos, says Super Aid. You should go back to Telluride. I love Telluride. Telluride was a great mountain town. I really enjoyed it. What's up, Wakester? I'm pretty sure Yellowstone's like a golf course. You pay a couple $100,000 a year to be a member. Dude, that's insane. A couple $100,000. You make it sound like it's yeah. You make it sound like it's a $20 bill. Let me hook you up one day for lunch on the hill at PC. I'm down, man. Tell me when and where. I don't remember the last time well, take that back. I think the last time I ate at the mountain was Deer Valley last year. What's up, Zach? I think you can invite friends and just have to know the right people. Or have right friends to go there. That makes sense. My past has holiday blackouts. That is kind of sad, but I guess depending where you are, you're not necessarily missing too much. But yeah, the blackouts can kind of be annoying. What are some of your goals for 24? Well, that's a good question. I'd really like to I don't know, I'd like to earn some equity in some sort of real estate, to be honest. I'm not saying I want to buy a house, but I just feel like I'm at the age where I get more and more concerned with my future, so whether that's yeah, this has been great, but it's the downside is the inconsistency of all this. So yeah, I get concerned with whether it's retirement and my investments and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think in a way formulating more of a long-term plan, and trying to see what's sustainable, I guess. I don't know. That's not really an answer of what my an actual goal is, but yeah. I feel like I've been in a, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 year sort of thing where I need a new change in the cycle, whether it's I sell my van and build a new van, or I don't know. I need something sort of, I need to turn over. How and when did you learn to ski backwards? I have no idea when I learned how to ski backwards, and the way I learned was I just skied backwards. Start off on a really sort of flat slope, you know. And that's it. Just like the way you learn how to ski normal ways, you know, you just got to try it out. But I must have skied backwards when I was younger, maybe 13, 14. What kind of goods did Santa bring you? I got a boot dryer. I got some new base layers. I got a gym membership, and I think I got some Kodiak cake oatmeal. My mom got me some sweatpants. So it's been great. It was more about the having all my sisters together, my mom and dad. That was kind of more what Santa brought me. Do you set any New Year's resolutions? I'm not a huge fan of resolutions. I didn't set one last year. This year, I think one of the things is just sort of just tightening up every aspect of my life, and mostly like in my diet and sort of my fitness regime. You know, just getting really strict on that. I think cutting out anything that's not good for me. I don't see that there's a place for it. So I think that would be cool, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not necessarily a big resolution guy, just because I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't take a new year to create new habits, but I understand for some people that's the way they got to do it. I'm proud of you, Sis Chin. Thank you, Chin. Bro, have you ever fall down when your skis are too big? That's kind of a problem with me. I always do that. I have to get new repaired boots. I honestly, I just don't really understand what you're asking. Have you ever fall down when your skis are too big? You have to get new repaired boots. I just watched your recent run at Snowbird. My neck hurts from the stress. I'm a 73-year-old grandma. Subscribe to your channel for the fun of watching. Just got knee replacement. Molly, thank you for watching. Hopefully, I don't want your neck to hurt. But knee replacement. Hopefully that means you can get back on the slopes. My grandkids are young Stokes who I wannabes. Keep it going from SC just visiting. Love to hear that. I'm sure you sound like a wonderful grandma. Great stream as always. Way to rest up for the typical East Coast powder tomorrow, Joe. Rest up. Have fun out there. Be safe. Ron Wilson with the 20. Stoke Church Tithe. That is a good and fun thing that we do here. Our fraternity, Publix, roast beef and pocket. But I am bougie. Got a little bitty jar of Dijon and Ziploc lettuce. I'm impressed. So you bring a roast beef sandwich and you whip out some Dijon, a jar of Dijon, not even like a packet, and a Ziploc of lettuce. That's impressive, Ron. But based on the spices that you've sent me, I'm really not surprised, actually. Ron, thank you for the 20, man. It's been an incredible year, 2 years. Just thanks for your continued support. It really means a lot, man. I couldn't do this without people like you. You have to buy a $5 million at Yellowstone Club too. The dues are just a drop in the bucket. $5 million house. I feel like that would be cheap. I feel like the houses there would be way more than 5 million, but maybe not. Maybe that's like the minimum. Can you just own land? Like, could you buy a half-acre parcel and not necessarily build on it? You name the restaurant, I got you. Ooh. Gonna be in Utah the 18 to 21. You're gonna be there. Probably. I take it of January. Buy at Pau Mau. I know, right? Now's the time. Honestly, buying anywhere out here, if the Olympics come and all that sort of stuff, even in Park City, like. But I mean, it's literally impossible, you know. Stuff is just so expensive. That's the tough thing. Would you go to Whistler, Switzerland? Trying to plan my. Oh. I don't know. I mean, I've never been to Switzerland. I've only been to Whistler kind of once. I feel like Switzerland would just be cool, like the whole experience. I don't think you'd ever... I mean, you wouldn't necessarily regret going to Whistler either, but I don't think you'd ever regret going to Switzerland. What's up, Al? Evening, everyone from NC. Gotta go walk the dog, BRB. Best F1 driver, like of all time or just right now? Do you think paid parking at most resorts is going to be a demise to skiing to the average Joe? Big Bear and SoCal charging $40 per car this holiday. 40 per car, man. That's tough. I mean, look, I think there's a few things here. I think there's been obvious benefits, in my opinion, of having some sort of parking structure, because it encourages carpooling, which is going to, you know, take up less spots at the mountain. But I just think it creates some sort of order that, in my opinion, I found has translated to an overall better ski experience. However, I do think, you know, it does get to a point that's kind of tough to digest. You got to pay for the ski, you know, the ticket, all the gear, right? A water bottle is $6. Like it gets very tough. I'm not saying that. I just think you look at a place like Big Bear from SoCal. I mean, there's got to be so many people that go up there. Like, without some sort of system, I just think it gets so overrun, and there's its own sort of demise to be had without a structure as well. You know, I mean, it's tough. Like even at Park City, when it's $26 to park there, it's like, man, I can do it once, right? I can do it twice, but it's like, dude, I don't want to pay $26 every time I want to go to Park City. So it definitely takes its toll. Is it just during the holidays, right? I can understand that. So I think it's the reality of a lot of ski resorts. I think you're going to see paid parking at almost every mountain at some point. I think the thing is that I think having a free option is important, and that's why I like a place like Breckenridge, or, you know, even Park City right now. You can still park for free at the canyon side. So, you know, I think there's pros and cons to it, obviously. I think if you had to pay $40 every time you wanted to go ski at your home mountain, I think that would be really tough to do. Because if you ski, let's just say you ski 50 days a year, you know, you can do the math. That's a whole extra, you know, $2,000 just in parking fees that people just aren't going to do. So I think also maybe offering some sort of discounted, you know, season parking pass, right? I know places do that, like, you know, or factor it into the season pass you get. I don't know, but I think there's some benefits to having a parking system. I really do. It's kind of inconvenient, but yeah. Any tips for tight tree skiing? Just keep your vision up. You know, you don't necessarily want to look right in front of you. You want to look down the slope so you can kind of make decisions before you actually get to them, if that makes sense. Yeah, keep your vision up. That will slow things down so you kind of know where you're going before you get there. Oops. Hi, man. Never seen you before. Just popped up in my recommended. Well, hello. Lots on Bench Outler 110s. I feel like I get this question once a stream. I think the Bench Outler 110s is a great all-mountain freestyle ski. I don't think it's for everyone. I've heard it's very soft. Yeah, my recommendation would be to try them out because, you know, people love the ski, but there's also people who got them and you know, they don't necessarily like them. So Lewis Hamilton, ooh, I've been to Whistler mountain bike, so I know all the spots I want to ski Switzerland. Maybe you should go to Switzerland then, because that'd be something new. Have you been to Red? I've never been to Red. You have to pay to park at any sporting recreation event. Justin. With the 20, Mary Stokemas, thank you for making such consistently incredible short films about skiing. Seriously, every content and have immense respect for your work ethic of trying to deliver to beyond your imagination. Justin, man, I really appreciate it, dude. That's an incredibly kind and thoughtful message, dude. The $20 is huge, but the words that you wrote, I think, is more genuine. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, your expertise with me at Elta and continually with the rest of the Stoke Squad. I think that's been incredible that you've sort of extended your kindness to other people and kind of help show them the ropes. So I really appreciate it, dude. Glad you like the channel. And the only thing I can say is we got to get another day in. I believe I could potentially be at the Bird tomorrow. I don't know for sure, but maybe I'll see you tomorrow, my friend. Thank you for the 20. Thanks for just being a good person, dude. What's up, Michael? As far as I know, there aren't any hills in Canada. Doesn't Whistler charge for parking, or does it just... I guess, I don't know. I thought I paid for parking when I went to Whistler. I thought I paid like $10. I remember it wasn't expensive, but I thought I did pay for parking in Whistler. I'll be in Utah 2 days, not looking great out there, but I came by 7 straight POW days last year. Nice, man. Hey, Utah's still great. We're skiing at Catalucci NC this week, and hopefully we get okay weather. For resorts that have paid parking isn't primarily on weekends and holidays. I think it just depends. Like Park City, for example, it's all the time. I believe Solitude is all the time as well, like just not like after 1 o'clock or something. But yeah, for the most part, a lot of it is on weekends and holidays. But so yeah, I think Elta is reservation, weekend and holiday. Go try to go hit up the first place to ski out in Wisconsin next week. It's just the difference from what we see out in the Rockies now. As a season pass holder at Elta, I love their parking reservations. It's going to do it right. Free parking for pass holders. It's just time you're in. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like that makes sense. Now let's, like, the Elta Bird Pass is also extremely expensive, right? So, but that's what I'm saying. It kind of makes sense whether they buried it in the cost of a season pass or not. It just makes it easier to be like, okay, I bought my pass, I get free parking with it. So I like that system where if you have a season pass to that mountain, you get the parking's just like included, right? Like, so I like that system. I like that system. And I just feel like it should, like, again, at that price point for a pass, you know, it makes sense. Still tough for locals who ski every day. They'll need to use free shuttles. That's where it gets tough. Like, even if you don't have to pay, but you have to go online and reserve. I mean, even like today, I had to reserve to go to Deer Valley through the Icon Pass. It's like, is it a big deal? No, but if you're doing it every day or like multiple times a week, so yeah, I mean, I feel for both sides of this of it, you know, because, you know, a mountain like Park City, that, you know, that's, I still consider that kind of my, you know, my number one home mountain, the Park City side. So to see that go to a paid parking system, it's like, man, I miss the days where you could just park over there and then go up and ski. But now it's kind of like I don't ski there as much because I have to pay. You know, and it's just so but I also see like a mountain like Solitude, you know, I feel like kind of the parking that was needed for that sort of, for a mountain like that, you know, so. Don't focus on the trees only. Yeah, exactly. That's a good one too. Don't look at the, you always want to look at where you want to go, not like, yeah, if you look at the trees, you're going to hit a tree, right? So look at where you want to go, not at the trees. Going to Crested Butte, I grew up skiing. I've never skied Crested Butte, Scott. It's been on my list. My wife and I just spent a week at Park City and Canyons. We look for you in the van every morning. Oh man, I was out there this past week. At some points. Hope you had fun. How's the skis after the logs and rocks? They're all good. I mean, I obviously have scratches and stuff like that, but for me, they've been, yeah. I don't have anything crazy. I might have a core shot on my JJ, but you know, the skis can take a lot of core shots before we get. Yeah. Honestly, I haven't really looked at them. I don't think I hit anything too crazy. Creekside Village parking is free in Whistler. Creekside Village. Well, I think I did go to Whistler twice, and the first time I didn't have to pay to park, so I forgot where I was. And then the other time I did pay to park. That's what I'm saying. It's nice when places have options, you know. It does suck when you have no other option and like you have to pay to park or whatnot, but flying to Utah tomorrow, can't wait. Let's go, Walton. How do you handle double blacks that you have never skied and have no clue of the terrain ahead of you? I mean, there's no shame in taking it slow the first lap, you know. But I'm also, kind of like I mentioned earlier in the stream, like, if I can scope an area from the lift, like, I will spend a lot of time analyzing the run on my way up on the chairlift so I can see what's ahead of it. And what it looks like, you know, I mean, it always looks different when you're on top of it, but it's at least it's a good way to, I was doing that today with the daily shoots at Deer Valley, so that's a good way. But yeah, just kind of taking it slow first time. But I don't know, I just feel like I've skied a long enough time that I kind of just always know that there's only so much a resort will throw at you, you know, so. But yeah, definitely take your time. PCMI is also free after 1. That's true. Not skiing because my dad just got surgery. We're going to national parks. Oh, nice. When are we getting snow in Utah? I looked at the 10-day before this, and it doesn't look too promising, but, you know. Love your insight on paid parking. Notice on your videos, you never ski Alta and snowboard on the same day. Remind your viewers that on the Icon Pass, skiing both on the same day only counts as 1 day. Yeah, I've honestly really never, I've never really skied Alta and snowboard in the same day now that I think about it. This year I have a snowboard season pass, so I've just been, and I only have 3 days left to Alta, so I'm just a little bit more selective right now. I don't think it's worth, if I'm going to go to Alta, I want to, and use a day, like I want to go to Alta and use the day, you know. I don't want to accidentally go through the gate and ski 1 or 2 runs and have only 2 days left. So, but that's a good reminder. You could do both and it only counts 1 day. But yeah, I have a snowbird season pass. So it's kind of interesting because I don't really have Alta access like I have the snowbird this year. So. Getting Hero 12 and Max Lens mod, your comparison video from earlier in the season helped a lot. Nice. I'm glad it was helpful. Enjoy the Hero 12. Let's ski this canyon side in which PC parking was free, so Fear would head over here. Ah, nice. Yeah, look, I wish PC was free too, because I like the Park City side a lot better than Canyon, so I would be cool with that. But it has made Park City side not really crowded, which is nice. Have you ever done I've never done Narrows at Zion. I've done Angel's Landing. I think it's honestly like the only hike I've done at Narrows. Oh, I've done the Emerald Pools, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I've never done the Narrows actually. It's definitely been something I wanted to do. First trip to Park City over Super Bowl weekend, Midwest skier, so can't wait to experience the realness, dude. You're in for a rude awakening. Maybe not rude, that's the wrong word. You're in for a beautiful awakening, even to Park City. Super Bowl weekend. When's Super Bowl weekend? Is that like February? The realness. See you, Jake. Thanks for being here, man. See you in 2024. Head out to Winter Park in March. Hope it's nice. East Coast is bare right now. I'm sure Winter Park will be nice. They've actually had a pretty good season so far, relatively speaking. Good snow quality in the chutes. I wanted to join your stream. Well, welcome. I'm glad you were able to join it. Have you ever met anyone from the U.S. ski team, like Michaela Schifrin? I've never met Michaela Schifrin, no. I mean, I met RCS, Ryan Cochran Smith, when I did that little film thing last year. But no, I don't really know anyone from the U.S. ski team. Definitely not Michaela Schifrin. This just popped in my FB. Verstappen is on holiday in Portugal, and the rental company firm staff denied for him for being too young to drive an AMG GT that can do 195. That's crazy. I mean, look, I guess, you know, I'm sure they just have their cutoff, like, you know, he's like, I think he's 24. That kind of makes sense. You usually have to be like, what, 25 to even like get your own rental car? But that's crazy. He's like yeah. F1 world champion can't get a rental car. What are the top 5 to 10 things to pack when skiing out west? I've only skied the Midwest, going to Brett, Keystone, and Vail. I mean, look, I don't know if it's... I don't think this is really going to be too much different than what you would pack in the Midwest. Other than... Yeah, I mean, I think sunscreen's important if you're sensitive to that, because just how much more sun there is out here, and I don't know. I'm sure other people can help out, but I don't think there necessarily is top 5 things to pack. What are you doing for skis? I mean, the skis that you use in the Midwest might be different than what you would need out west. I think the elevation is going to be something that's different, you know, the altitude, I'm sorry, especially in Colorado. I wanted to tell you, man, I searched up something along the lines of best YouTube skier, and your name got the most upvotes on a post. Oh, man. Sounds like Reddit. I try not to look at Reddit. Or, yeah. I try not to look at it, stuff like that. But that's cool. I guess that's a positive thing. We can do everything dope off Baldy from the bird. No Alta lift access needed. That's sweet. Yeah, so I'm just saying, if I'm going to do Alta, I'm going to spend the whole day at Alta, you know. Ever looked into Phantom waxless stuff for your skis? I have not been. I feel like I've heard of that. I feel like people have mentioned it before because of that sort of like perpetual wax. It's kind of like one and done, but I've yeah, I don't know. I've just never been one to. I've never really had. Yeah, I've never waxed my skis or anything like that. But how are merch sales going? I think stickers certainly, and then hats and hoodies, flags. I've been getting repping the Riz. The merchandise was honestly more popular than I thought, which was good. Obviously, the hats and hoodies are the leaders, and then the flags for sure. There was a pretty big push like early December. It sounded mostly like for holidays, you know, stickers and the merchandise and stuff. So that was cool. And the merchandise is different because it's much more passive. I mean, I don't pack the merchandise. I don't see any of it. So it's kind of nice in its own thing. Same with stickers. I mean, stickers were bigger earlier in the month. And the reality is just everything with the channel at this point is going to kind of slowly decline, I would think, unless we get bigger, you know, snow and stuff. But just based on the previous years, typically November and December are the bigger months. So, yeah, the merchandise was a cool addition, for sure, just because of sort of it's kind of set it and forget it. So, but yeah, I'm glad you liked the hoodie, my friend. I was Snowbird Delta right now, about to head out there mid-January. I think Bird Delta has the best skiing in the lower 48 right now, to be honest. Just came in and heard some Zion talk. Finn was in town. We hit all the... Zion is dope. Zion is beautiful. Zion is kind of otherworldly. It's hard to describe. Can kind of be logistically tough, but especially coming in the off season, I think it's going to be really cool. Steamboat has some of the most snow in Colorado. Nice. Losing the squad, how we doing? What's up, Jordan? I'm doing well. Nice to meet you, Richard. You're gonna head back to Steamboat. We got a crazy storm. We got 2.5 feet. I heard you guys got like 30 inches. That's awesome. That's awesome. At Winter Park now in the van. Propane furnace working great in G-Lot. 12 degrees. Nice, dude. That's awesome they let you sleep in G-Lot. I love your videos, Lucas, says Smuxy. Thank you. The sun is way more brutal out here. That's about it. That and dehydration. Yeah, sun is very intense out west. Dakota the 420. Happy New Year's, Stoke Squad. Final 2023 GG pick has been sent. Damn, it's about that time, isn't it? Dakota, thank you for the 420, man. I'm stoked to see it. Hi, my name is Robbie, and I live in Maine and love watching your videos. Keep up the great work. Hello, Robbie. I'm glad you like the videos. Powder straps, that's a good point. That's a good thing as well. I'm sure that's probably something you don't need in the Midwest, but I don't even know if that's something you'd have, but you could definitely buy them out here. But yeah, definitely gonna be cheaper to get them at a whatever. O2 in a can. Powder straps is a good one. We're at 600 and 900 elevation in the Midwest. Man. Man. I mean, Park City's not as intense as some of the other mountains in Utah. Like if you were to go to Bird or Elta, you know, and you take the tram up, you get off at just about 11,000 feet, you know. But Park City is a little bit more mellow, but still going to be a pretty big adjustment. What is your best camera recommendation? Probably the GoPro Hero 12 for a GoPro. I saw at a grocery store 2 weeks ago, but I didn't get to say hi. 2 weeks ago. Huh. You gotta go to Whistler. It's gnarly, bro. Yeah, Whistler's rad. I mean, I definitely got to... Definitely haven't checked it out enough, but it's obviously one of the sicker places out there. Can you elaborate on not waxing your skis? Not really. There's nothing to really elaborate on. I just don't think... Just not important to me when it's... I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you glide better on the snow and all that sort of stuff, but I just don't really see the point for what I ski, and I just don't wax my skis or tune them. Not saying that that's right or wrong or everyone else should do that. I just think if it's steep enough and deep enough, my skis do just fine, and that's that. But I already know people, you know, I'm sure waxing your skis is better, right? And so I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, me personally, I just don't do it. I don't care to do it. I just don't think it's important in my skiing. More black helmet stickers, please. They literally just sold out. The last one went out like 2 days ago. So I've been kind of like, man, do I restock them? Do I not restock them? Maybe I could just order another small batch of them. You're going to be in Utah from the 21st to the 24th. I don't know. There's a good chance. Actually, I don't know, because the end of January, I'm gonna start to head up to British Columbia. So it just depends on if I want to hit other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be tricky. I either will still just lightly be here, or I won't be here. But I'm in there full day before skiing these vocal mantras. Nice. Vocal mantras are great. You'll be fine with the elevation. Just drink water, you know, electrolytes, all that sort of stuff. Get some sleep. Get enough sleep. And just definitely take a day or two to acclimate. My parents got me the Stoke Squad sticker and hoodie for Christmas. Nice. I was at Canyons about a week ago. Did 999 for the first time. Heck yeah. Fam just arrived in Salt Lake today. We will be hooking up Alta, Bird, and Solitude. Can't wait. Dude, nice, Jordan. Stoked for you guys. Maybe I'll see you out there. First time I ever caught you live. 2 years. When I grow up, I'm 16. I want to ski like Joe. You and me both, man. You and me both. But welcome. 2 years. Jay with the 5 gifted. Jay, thank you so much. Lou, John Podles, Ryan, Mo, Dan, welcome. Jay with the 5 gifted. Have you skied Midwest, specifically Wisconsin? No, I have not. 18 for a burger at Keystone. Wow. Have you done the train park at Park City? Yeah. I mean, not this year. I haven't done the train park, but plenty of years I've rolled through the various train parks. Tips on how to ski moguls. This is like a kind of tough question, but the biggest thing with moguls that I tell people is, of course, keep your hands up and focus on reaching over the backside of the mogul. It's very easy to get sort of backseat and off balance in moguls, and kind of reaching for the backside of the mogul with your pole plant is a way to stay centered, stay down the fall line. But obviously there's kind of a lot of steps before that, so it just depends. If you're totally new to moguls, I honestly recommend skiing them perpendicular to the moguls, literally going across the hill. We're gonna make an updated GoPro camera settings video. Yes, I need to make that. I have a hard time with that stuff because I don't think there's a big audience for it, but I do know there's people who are interested in it. And really an editing video, that could be, man, that would be such a beast of a video. But like, I wanted to just sit down and just like go through everything with editing. What do you think of Snowbasin? I think Snowbasin's a great mountain. I think there's a lot to offer there. Lots of vertical, long runs, and all that sort of stuff. I don't wax either, says Rainmaker. Just a preference. I mean, look, some people are like religious about their ski maintenance, and like I said, I think you should. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you shouldn't wax and tune your skis because, yeah, there's, you know, I just, I probably don't know what I'm missing because whenever I get a new pair of skis, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of edge on this ski. I can really, carve into the mountain, but I'm not racing. I'm not trying to be the fastest on a cat track, I mean, I've gone quite a few days in this year without riding gear. How's it compared to the old Montec suits? I think the is it worth the money? I mean, I think you could get something in between. I think the Armada gear is very expensive and largely unattainable for most people. I think the Montec stuff was great. I really do. I mean, I still stand by my endorsement of the Montec stuff. I think for the price point, there wasn't really any issue I had with the Montec stuff. The biggest thing that I noticed with the Armada gear is the 3-layer Gore-Tex. I mean, there's really no amount of wind pierces through the suit. And one thing I noticed with the Montec, it was good with the waterproofing, but when it was really windy, it just didn't have a good sort of wind breaking ability. But with my Armada stuff, I mean, I kind of feel like almost invincible. And when it does get wet and snow, like it doesn't even accumulate on the suit, which is cool. That's kind of the Gore-Tex material. But I don't think you have to spend, $600 on a jacket and $600 on a pants for that. It definitely is better quality. It's more comfortable, I think. But again, is it 3 times better? If you're skiing every day and stuff, you could justify it. But yeah, I think for the price of a lot of the Montec stuff, it's good gear. For most people. Do you fix your core shots or just leave them? I honestly just leave them. I mean, unless I have like really bad one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really fix them. I will, but I guess just right now I'm kind of lucky to have, you know, multiple skis because it just distributes the wear and tear. But yeah. I mean, I guess put it this way: since I bought all those since I kind of got all those Armadas last year, I mean, not a single ski has been to a ski shop, you know, since then, other than getting the bindings adjusted, but none of them have gotten tuned up. I just do a storage wax. It's so cheap. Why not? Not cheap skis. That's a good idea. Like at the end of the year, yeah, release your dins, wax them so they don't dry out, all that sort of stuff. What's the plan for Aspen? So I get there the 7th. The majority of the activities are the 8th and 9th. I believe the 8th I am hiking Highlands Bowl in the morning. And then they're getting me a car, I believe, because Audi is like the sponsor of Aspen. So then they want me to take the car over to Ajax, I believe, and then ski Ajax, the new terrain over there. And then I think the second day I'm skiing Snowmass with either one of their athletes or some sort of local guide or something. And then there's going to be miscellaneous activities at night, ice skating, s'mores, dinner at different places. So the majority of the skiing will be at Highlands, Snowmass, and Ajax, though. Garage gang pick. Oh, dang, yeah. I do got to do that. Looks like I'm not getting any chance of Lucas sighting at PC. I think I'm supposed to be in Kicking Horse beginning of February. Garage gang photo. Let me get this. Already the fastest Jupiter rope drop. What's your favorite Stoke Squad sticker, Lucas? My favorite's probably the Vision. I like the Vision one. I just like the message behind it. How do you pronounce your last name? Catania. Grapple Ganger. John with the 5. Last stream of the year. Let's go live in the comments. Thanks again for the Stoke hoodie. It's way solid. Pray for snow. Dude, thanks so much, man. Last stream of the year. Love seeing your stuff at Elta, dude. I appreciate the love on the hoodie. I'm glad you like it and glad you kind of like the quality of it. So thank you for the 5. When you coming to Deer Valley? I was there today, Jake Nielsen. I was there all day today skiing Empire. It was nice. When do you retire skis? I will probably retire most of my skis other than like my ARGs and my White Walker 121s at the end of this year. So next year I will get new JJs. I'll get a new 106 and stuff like that. Oh, wow. No way. Oh my God, this is incredible. Are you guys ready for this? Guys, if you guys have been around, we have seen the garage every single time fit the screen. This, I think, is the first time the Garage Gang have sent a photo, not from the garage. But look at this. Look at where they are. And Dakota still pulled up the stream. I mean, we're missing our goodies, but we still have a lot of the same homies in there. We see Zach and Celeste. We see Matt. We have Pharaoh or Pablo. And we have a bunch of new people I don't think I've ever seen before. But Dakota's still front and center. Wow. New garage, says Jay. We moved indoors, says Chin. Huge crew. Celeste is holding Baby Yoda. New garage. I'm sure all these people are saying, what the heck are we doing? I wonder if there's any paraphernalia. Let's do a quick check. I don't know. I feel like Dakota's head is kind of blocking it. I don't know. It looks like a clean place. It's a cool like light over the Benjamin Franklin. That's not the garage, but look at the growth. I know. Benjamins, says Justin. Where's all the rigs, right? It's not the same. It's not the same. Oh, there's Dakota. There he is. Looking good, Dakota. Happy New Year. He's looking good. PGGG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That might be the biggest Garage Gang crew that we've ever seen. Party never stops. Well, guys, thank you so much for an incredible 2023 final live stream of the year. I'll see you guys next Wednesday, which I believe is the 2nd, maybe. 2nd of January, so the first stream of 2024. And yeah, excited to share the Deer Valley video with you guys. And I just appreciate everyone's support and encouragement, positivity. And if there was something I didn't get to, you could always DM me on Instagram. I'll do my best to get back to you. So I'm sorry if I missed anything. But Ron, Matt, Dakota, Rainmaker, Regina, Chin, Grapple Ganger, Dakota, Chris, Noddy. I see all you guys in here week after week, and I really appreciate it. So take care, guys. Happy New Year. 1-3 is Wednesday. Okay, so the 3rd. And yeah, I just appreciate everyone. So